everyone, welcome to biology class. In this class, we are going to see 9th standard biology, chapter 21, nutrition and health. Before getting into the lesson, let's see what are the learning objectives of this lesson. After learning this lesson, we will come to know about the nutrients and its classification, and also we will come to know about the sources, functions and deficiency disorders of vitamins and minerals. Also, we will know about the food preservation and adulteration of food and the different food quality certifying agents and its role of our country. First, introduction. So, food is the basic necessity of life. So, for one to survive, we need food. How we can define food? Food is defined as any substance of either plant or animal origin. So we are obtaining food from either plant or also animal origin also we can obtain food. And it is consumed to provide nutritional support for an organism. And the food contains essential nutrients. So those nutrients will provide energy and thereby helping in normal growth and development. And also it will repair the damaged, that is the worn out tissues, and also protect the body from diseases. And food contamination with microorganism, so that is when food is contaminated or spoiled by means of microorganism, it is a major source of illness. So this food contamination can lead to either infection or food poisoning. And the food safety is becoming a major concern. And adulteration of foodstuff is commonly practiced in India by traders. And food contaminated or adulterated from production to consumption for financial gain. So why they are doing such kind of adulteration? For more money. The normal physiological functions of a consumer are affected due to either addition or deleterious substance or the removal of a vital component. So how they are adulterating? Due to this adulteration, so it is affecting our normal function. So whether for adulterating they are adding any substance or they are removing any vital component, etc. And the food laws, various laws have come into existence for maintaining the quality of the food. Now let's see what are the different classes of nutrients. So the nutrients are classified into various categories like carbohydrate, proteins, fats, vitamins, minerals, and of course water. First, carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are organic compounds composed of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. And carbohydrate is an essential nutrient which provides chief source of energy. So they are providing chief source of energy. Glucose, sucrose, lactose, starch, cellulose are all examples of carbohydrates. Okay, these are the various sugars which are, because carbohydrates are nothing but they are sugars. Carbohydrates are classified into monosaccharide, example glucose, disaccharide, sucrose and polysaccharide, cellulose. So the term saccharide means sugar, mono meaning single unit. So single unit of sugar, monosaccharide, 2 units of sugar, disaccharide, and when the carbohydrate is made up of many sugar units, then it is referred to as polysaccharide, for which cellulose is the example. So as I was telling you, this classification is based on the number of sugar molecules. 1 meaning monosaccharide, 2 meaning disaccharide and many meaning polysaccharide. The second category of nutrients are proteins. So proteins are also essential nutrients. They are building blocks of the body. And the proteins are very essential for the growth and repair of body cells and tissues. The proteins are made up of amino acids. So the many amino acids join together to form a protein molecule. There are 2 categories of amino acids, essential and non-essential amino acids. The non-essential amino acids are can be synthesized by our body, but the essential amino acids cannot be synthesized by our body, and it has to be supplied only through the food. The 9 essential amino acids are as follows. These are the names of amino acids: phenylalanine, valine, threonine, tryptophan, methionine, leucine, isoleucine, lysine, and histidine. These are the 9 essential amino acids. The total number of amino acids are 20 in number, out of which 9 amino acids are essential amino acids. The next category of nutrients are fat. Fat in the diet provides energy. So they are also energy providers. Fats maintain cell structure and they are involved in metabolic functions. The essential fatty acids, similarly how we saw in amino acids, essential amino acids and non-essential amino acids, same way here also you have the essential fatty acids, and these essential fatty acids cannot be synthesized in the body and they have to be provided through the food only. And the essential amino acids required in human nutrition are omega fatty acids. The next is vitamins. Vitamins are also vital nutrients, vital meaning very important, and they are required in minute quantities. Okay, less quantity, but they are very important for various physiological and biochemical functions of our body. The next is minerals. Minerals are inorganic substances. They are required as an essential nutrient by organism to perform various biological functions necessary for life. And the minerals are the chief constituents of our teeth, bones, tissues, blood, muscle, and nerve cells. So minerals, how they are categorized? The minerals are categorized as macro minerals and micro minerals. So the macro minerals, that is the minerals that are required in more quantity, are referred to as macro minerals. So they are calcium, phosphorus, potassium, sodium, and magnesium. On the other hand, the minerals that are required in trace quantities or less quantities are referred to as microminerals, and examples are sulfur, iron, chlorine, cobalt, copper, zinc, manganese, molybdenum, iodine, and selenium. Now let's see what are the various dietary sources of major foodstuffs. So the major foodstuffs, though there are different classes of nutrients, the most important being carbohydrate, proteins, and fats. And carbohydrates, they are found in honey, sugarcane, fruits, whole grains, starchy vegetables. Starchy vegetable means like potato, like that. Starchy vegetables, rice, etc. And the daily requirement of carbohydrates. So it is given in grams. 150 to 200 grams of carbohydrates are required. Next is proteins. Proteins are found in various legumes, pulses, nuts, soya bean, green leafy vegetables, fish, poultry products, egg, milk, and dairy products. And the daily requirement of protein in general 40 grams. And fat are found in egg yolk, saturated oil, and meat. And its daily requirement is 35. Protein, energy, malnutrition. So what is meant by that? Protein, energy, malnutrition. So when there is absence of certain nutrients in our daily diet over a long period of time, if we are not having a particular nutrient through our diet, and it can lead to some deficiency diseases, and this condition is referred to as malnutrition. And now we are going to see what are the various deficiency diseases in connection with the proteins. They are kwashiorkor and marasmus. So both are protein deficiency disorders or diseases. First is kwashiorkor. So it is a condition of severe protein deficiency, and it affects children between 1 to 5 years of age. And these age group children's diets mainly consist of carbohydrates and it lacks in proteins. So due to a lack of protein, they may develop kwashiorkor. So the main symptoms of the disease being pot belly. Okay, pot belly means pot shaped belly. Okay, so you can see in this picture. Next is marasmus. So it affects usually infants below the age of 1 year. So kwashiorkor 1 to 5 year of age it affects, and marasmus below the age of 1 year. So their diet is poor in all carbohydrate, fats and proteins. So the deficiency or the symptoms being the child appear as though their bones are covered by skin. So in this picture, you can very well see that the bones are literally visible. Next, do you know? Human skin can synthesize vitamin D when exposed to sunlight, especially the early morning sunlight. If it falls on the skin, our skin can synthesize vitamin D. When the sun rays falls on the skin, dehydrocholesterol is converted into vitamin D. So this is how our skin produces vitamin D by the effect of sunlight, and hence this vitamin D is referred to as sunshine vitamin. And what is the function of this vitamin D? It improves the bone strength by helping the body to absorb calcium. So the calcium which we intake through food has to be deposited on the bones, thereby strengthening the bones. So this deposition takes place with the aid of vitamin D. And Dr. Funk have introduced the term vitamin, and vitamin A was given the first letter of the alphabet as it was the first vitamin discovered. So because it is first discovered, so it was given as vitamin A, the first alphabet. Now let's see the various vitamins, their dietary sources, deficiency disorders and symptoms. Okay, so the vitamins are broadly classified into fat soluble vitamins and water soluble vitamins. First, we are going to see fat soluble vitamins. So of the vitamins, vitamin A, D, E, K are fat soluble vitamins, and vitamin B and C are water soluble vitamins, which we will see in the next slide. So first let's see the fat soluble vitamins. So vitamin A, it is referred to as retinol, and sources, that is the following are the foods which are rich in vitamin A, like carrot, papaya, leafy vegetables, fish liver oil, egg yolk, liver, dairy products, this and all rich sources of vitamin A. So what happens when there is vitamin A deficiency? Okay, deficiency means if it is not available in correct proportion, what happens? So it leads to disorders that are related with the eye, xerophthalmia and nyctalophia. Nyctalophia is referred to as night blindness, and xerophthalmia is a condition where it affects the eye, the cornea become keratinized. So that condition is that is keratinized and dryness of cornea. Okay, so it is referred to as xerophthalmia. And nyctalophia, we are unable to see the things in the night or the dim light. And also the skin, there will be some scaly skin, like dryness of the skin can be felt. Next is vitamin D. It is referred to as calciferol. It is rich in egg, liver, dairy products, fish, and even it can be synthesized by our skin, okay, in sunlight. And mainly vitamin D deficiency disorders are seen in children. In children, it will lead to rickets, and in adults, it will lead to a condition called osteomalacia. So in children, it leads to rickets. What are the symptoms? Bow aches and defective ribs and development of pigeon chest, that is protruding chest because of the defective rib. And bow legs, the legs will not be straight, it will be like curved, so it is referred to as bow legs. Next is vitamin E, tocopherol. vitamin E tocopherol. It is available in whole wheat, meat, vegetable oil, milk. And the deficiency disorders are sterility in rats, reproductive abnormalities. And the symptoms, sterility means inability to reproduce. Next is vitamin K. It is a derivative of quinone and it is found in leafy vegetables, soya beans, milk. And the deficiency disorders, so when vitamin K is deficient, it will prevent the clotting of blood. For blood clotting, the vitamin K is very essential. And vitamin K deficiency will lead to prevention of clotting of blood. And so what will happen when there is any tissue damage, it will lead to excessive bleeding. So these are the various fat soluble vitamins, vitamin A, D, E, K, and its sources, deficiency disorders and symptoms. The next, let's see about the water soluble vitamins. So as I told you, the water soluble vitamins are vitamin B and C. In vitamin B itself, you have many categories. That's why they are referred to as vitamin B complex, because it consists of several vitamins. First is vitamin B1, thiamine. It is found in whole grains, yeast, eggs, liver, and sprouted pulses. And the deficiency disease, it leads to beriberi. So beriberi is a condition which affects the nervous system. Okay, and the muscles also become weak, and it can also lead to paralysis. Vitamin B2, riboflavin. It is found in milk, egg, liver, whole grains, etc. And it can lead to erythroplavinosis. So it is a condition in which there will be irritation in eyes, dry skin, and inflammation of the lips, fissures in the corners of the mouth. In the corners of the mouth, there will be like fissures. Fissures means in Tamil they will call it as vedichu poyirkum, lips oru. And vitamin B3, it is referred to as niacin. So it is found in milk, eggs, liver, lean meat, groundnuts, bran, etc. So the deficiency condition is referred to as pellagra. It is an inflammation of skin and it can lead to loss of memory. It is referred to as dementia, loss of memory related problems and diarrhea. Next is vitamin B6. It is found in meat, fish, eggs, grains, rice polishings, etc. And it will lead to dermatitis. So that is inflammation of skin, leading to scaly skin and nervous disorder. The next vitamin is vitamin B12, cyanocobalamin. It is found in milk, meat, liver, pulses, cereals, fish, and the condition leads to pernicious anemia. So it leads to decrease in the red blood cell production, degeneration of spinal cord. And the last vitamin is vitamin C, ascorbic acid, and it is found in leafy vegetables, sprouts, citrus fruits like gooseberry, okay, amla, lemon, orange, etc. And the deficiency disease is scurvy. So what happens in scurvy? The swollen and bleeding gums. Okay, so bleeding gums are nothing but tooth are anchored, okay, in the gums. So when there is a deficiency of vitamin C, it will lead to some bleeding in the gums and delay in the healing of wounds, and teeth and bone development is also affected. So that's it about the water soluble vitamins. Now let's see about minerals. So what are its dietary sources, functions, and deficiency orders of several minerals? We'll see. First is calcium. It is found in dairy products. Dairy means milk products, beans, cabbage, egg, fish, and they are here also we are categorized as macronutrients and micronutrients. Of macronutrients we are seeing about calcium. They are the constituents of bone and enamel of the teeth. And also apart from this, it is important for blood clotting and muscle contraction also it is important. And when there is deficiency of calcium, it will lead to bone deformities. Bone will not be properly developed and poor skeletal growth and osteoporosis in adults. So osteoporosis is a condition in which the bone like a pore, like holes are formed in the bones. It will lead to the severe pain in case of adults, like a joint pain and all. So that condition is called osteoporosis. It happens due to reduced level of calcium. Next, sodium. It is also a macronutrient and it is found in common salt. We call it as table salt. No, salt it is available. And it is very important for maintaining the fluid balance involved in neurotransmission. So that is the conduction of the messages or the impulses through the neurons. And the deficiency diseases, it can lead to the muscle cramps, like a tightening of the muscles, and nerve impulses do not get transmitted. Next, potassium. It is found in banana, sweet potato, nuts, whole grains and citrus fruits. It regulates nerve and muscle activity. What happens if it is deficient? It leads to muscular fatigue. That is, the muscles become like a tired condition and nerve impulses do not get transmitted. Okay, the next is micronutrients. First is iron. It is rich in spinach, that is greens, dates, broccoli, whole cereals, nuts, fish, liver, and they are the important component of hemoglobin. So hemoglobin is nothing but a pigment, okay, which is found in the blood, and it is very important pigment, and it gives the blood red color. And apart from that, it is very helpful for transporting the respiratory gases. So the deficiency may lead to anemia. So anemia is a condition where due to the less hemoglobin, the oxygen carrying capacity to the cells will be reduced, and thereby leading to a tired or a condition which is referred to as anemia. Next is iodine. It is rich in milk, seafoods and iodized salt. It is very important for the formation of the thyroid hormones. And what will happen as a deficiency disorder? It lead to goiter. So goiter is a condition which is seen in the neck. The enlargement of the thyroid gland is referred to as goiter. So in neck there will be a prominent swelling. That condition is called as goiter. So these are the various minerals, its sources, functions and deficiency disorders. So in this class we have seen about the various classes of nutrients, and also we have seen about the deficiency disorders related to protein, vitamins and minerals. Thank you. Meet you in the next class.